All right, so I want to get a sense of the audience here today. So I'm going to do some questions and just raise hand. First question, how many of you guys own an Oculus headset? How many own an Oculus headset? Okay, I suspected it wouldn't be super many people, but a few. You guys are like the early adapters, right? How many of you guys, you get like the latest tech, like you like investing in that? So yeah, I can sympathize with that. Okay, next one. How many of you are majoring in gaming or graphic design or anything like that? Any majors in that? Okay, cool, great, good stuff. Next question. How many of you understand, have ever heard of Unity or Unreal Engine? Unity or Unreal, okay, so a good number of you. What we're going to basically do is I'm going to give a little bit of a conversation for like 3 to 5 minutes. I'm going to tell a little story, and then we're going to open up to Q&A. So I got with me here a whole bunch of people on my team. So Marcy, who's our assistant, she's going to have the microphone for the other people who will be speaking. We'll just have the question just be said out loud. I have Carl here with Crescite, Eddie with Crescite. They're one of our key partners. And then Jason, Nick, and Tim's on the video back there, and he's one of our key partners. We're going to be hearing from all of them, their expertise. So I know the tech pretty well, but I don't actually necessarily do the work. A lot of these guys do the work, and they know the tech as well. So we'll be kind of fielding Q&A. Before I get into that, I want to tell a little bit of a story. So I have a friend who's in the gaming industry, and he's done pretty well for himself. He's an art director at a gaming firm. And it was about 6 years ago. I was a newly ordained priest. He was at my parish. We got to know each other. He really liked what I was doing with media. And he was talking to me about a video game that his company was doing. And he said, we have a new idea for how we're going to do this game. We're going to give it away for free. I was like, you're going to give it away for free? Like, how are you going to make money off of that? He said, yeah, no, what we're going to do is we're going to have in-game purchases, and we're going to give away the game for free. It's an idea that we're trying to pioneer in the gaming industry. I was like, sounds like a crazy idea, but it's a pretty good company. You guys have a good reputation. Well, then I was talking with him. I was following it because he's my buddy. And the first edition of the game got released. And I saw it a little bit in the wild with a few younger adults, but it really wasn't going anywhere. And I was looking at the game. I was like, how is this game going to become famous? It was okay, but it wasn't like anything special. I was like, what sets this game apart? Well, at the company, they reworked the game, they experimented, and the next edition did significantly better. Now, anybody want to guess what the game was? Fortnite. It was Fortnite. There you go. So my buddy was Chris Perna, who's the art director for Fortnite, and he's one of our key advisors. So it was really interesting, how that worked. And we've learned a lot about the gaming industry and things like that. So the big thing we do with Meta Catholic, we're getting into the new space of Web 3.0. There's a lot of different technologies that are interconnected. There's blockchain, crypto, and there's also virtual reality if you visited our booth. If you haven't, go visit our booth. And there's also augmented reality and virtual reality. What is the future going to look like? You already see it with your Instagram filters, where you can have an AR filter. I don't know if you noticed, we're actually playing around. Man, you guys are all older. We were having some beers, joking around at dinner, and they pulled out the AR filters on TikTok, like the ones that are like give you a sad face or whatever. And we were playing around with that, joking around. The thing is this technology will be able to do things like that, but in the Catholic space. That's augmented reality. We already have different virtual reality experiences available. And the big thing I would say is the church definitely needs to be in these spaces. And we can flesh that out. So there's a few different kinds of questions we can have. We can have tech questions, which are, how do we do it? We're willing to share how we're working. The other questions would be theological questions, which I'll field, the spiritual. I have a rough draft of a book on how to approach the metaverse that I'm hoping to self-publish or maybe publish with a publisher in the next few months or next year. And then we can do the theological and the ethicals. So let's open it up to questions and we go from there.